Okay.
So, upon looking back at the movies that came out last year, I came across Goosebumps, and I'd actually wanted to see Goosebumps for a little while. It was a book series back in the 90s, I believe it was the 90s, by R.L. Stine, and it feels like this movie was trying to reinvigorate the series, kind of bring interest back into it, because I think it kind of died off. And it was also trying to appeal to both kids and adults alike. And with that, you have Jack Black, who's in this film as R.L. Stine and Slappy, which I'll actually get into in a second. But our main focus is on Dylan Minetti's, I probably said that wrong, his character Zach, and Odea Rush, who plays Hannah, Hannah is R.L. Stine's daughter. And then you have Ryan Lee as Champ, who is the friend of Zach and gets involved and is part of the humor that this movie has to offer. So, with this story, you have this bunch of shenanigans that occur, the creatures that were actually being kept in these books. These books were keeping them, get set free and wreak havoc on the town. And you have R.L. Stine, who's trying to write a story to trap them back into, right? Very basic. It's really a straightforward plot. What I did like about this was I liked seeing all of these creatures, all these monsters that I'd known from the books, because I had read most of the books, and seeing all of them just on the screen in a live action movie was kind of cool. CG is what it is. It's okay. It's passable. But really it was just kind of neat to see all these creatures and see how they were interacting with the main characters and with the townspeople that got involved. I will say from this movie felt kind of like a Nickelodeon / Disney Channel movie. That's not a compliment. Aside from being very predictable, which I'm fine with, there was a lot of humor that just didn't hit at all. It just didn't work. There was characters that were very standard issue characters, didn't have a lot of depth to them. You had kind of how everything initially started, the backstory of it. The origin of these creatures was really rushed through. There's plot elements that don't add up, inconsistencies with it. Like I said, CGI is what it is. There's a whole backstory with Zach, main character, his whole backstory with him that doesn't really serve a purpose in the movie. So there's a lot of things kind of going against this movie. What I will say is, and also Jack Black as R.L. Stine was way too over the top and felt more like Po from Kung Fu Panda, which that's animation, so his over the top kind of acting works real well in that movie. It kind of lends itself to that movie, whereas this just felt too much. And I get the movie's supposed to be kind of campy, but yeah, there's a level and it kind of went above the level. They all kind of went above the level. So all that being said, what I did like about this film is I did like Slappy, who was also voiced by Jack Black. So that was really cool, and I wish I had seen more Slappy, because he was kind of an interesting villain. And I'm going to get a little spoilery real quick, but there is a scene, it's in kind of a house of mirrors, and you have Jack Black and Slappy kind of talking to each other, and there's a line about how we are the same, and that's really funny, at least when you understand that they're both voiced by the same person, so they kind of are the same. So that works. The cops are idiots when they're there. There's not too much interaction with other people in the school. Even when there is, it's kind of over the top. Mother's a bit over the top. Just everything. It's all over the top, okay? It's too much. Make up for some of the, like the zombies or what have you. It's passable. There's some fun action scenes with it. There is some slightly fun humor. I won't say the humor's all bad. There is some fun humor to it. I think the real problem with this movie is it feels like it's trying to appeal to the audience that kind of grew up with it, and I don't think it connects in that way, and it's trying to appeal to the kids, and it may work a little better in that regard. For me personally, it didn't all come together well. Like I said, it's like a straight to DVD Disney Channel movie or Nickelodeon, when they used to do movies kind of thing. So yeah, you have that kind of going. There is, at least some chemistry between Zach and Hannah, so that works. And Champ can be funny on occasion, so there is that. Like I said, there is some fun moments to it. No real good moments, but there are some fun moments to it. And R.L. Stine does make a cameo, which I actually thought was really cool. The other thing that's cool is the opening has the Goosebumps effect on it, which is nice. Part of the story plays out like it would the book, which is kind of cool if you know the books, as well as the ending kind of attributes to that as well. And then you have the credits itself, which has all of the classic images, classic in quotes, images of the creatures as they were on the books when they were released, and they animate it to a slight degree. So all that's kind of nice. For me, giving a rating, I'm going to give it a 5.1. I can't really go anywhere above that. It's not a terrible movie by any means. I feel like it was trying to connect to adults and kids alike, like you see in Pixar and what have you, and it just really it failed on that level. I think kids might find a little more interest in it, but it is far too late, in my opinion, for this type of movie to come out, because Goosebumps is kind of come and gone. So, but that being said, that is my opinion on it. What did you think about it? Go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Hopefully you enjoyed this vid. Click that like button, subscribe to my channel, and watch my other vids. I appreciate it. And until next time, peace.